Okay, let's start the lecture. So today I will discuss Java string. What is the problem? So basically, what is a string? So in C programming language, so string is a group of character which is terminated by null character. Okay. But in Java, string is an object. So in Java, string is an object. Like Java array is also an object. Similarly, string is an object. So object of which class? So there is a class string. The string class is the class of which package? Java.language package. And in this class, string class, there are various methods are there. There are various methods are there. So you can use those methods in order to perform operations over the strings. Fine. So first we will discuss the basic concept behind the string, and there are certain methods. So you can see the list of those methods and performs various operations. You can do practice by yourself. Okay, there are various methods of string classes there. तो आगे से जितनी भी क्लासेस हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे, आई एम ओनली गोइंग टू डिस्कस द मेन फीचर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर क्लास, and there are various methods are already available, so you can just use those methods. I am not going to discuss each and every method, because in order to access the method, you can come in. In order to access the method, you need to create the object of that particular class, and in order to create the object of that particular class, there are certain constructors are already defined in that particular class. Means in string class, there are certain constructors are there. You can choose any one constructor as per your need, and then means with the help of constructor you can initialize the object, and then with the help of object reference you will be able to access the functionality of that particular class. So basically in Java we have to study different classes. ठीक, ये हम लोग को करना है. However, basically there are various features of Javas are there. We will see later. So today Java string. So what is the new in Java string? So basically string in Java is an object. The object of string class. No, so the next thing is, how can we declare the string? This is a simple question. How can we declare it? How can we declare it? How can we declare it? So basically Java string can be declared by two means, yeah, by two ways. One is you can declare the Java string by string literal. By string literal, this is the first method. And another way of declaring string is by using constructor. By using Java constructor. Okay. By using Java constructor. Okay. So there are two ways, by using Java string and string literal and Java constructor. So what is a string literal? Suppose if I declare the string like this, so since string is a class, okay, string is a class, So if you would like to create the string, any string, so you should declare, yeah, you can use string as a data type also. However, string is a class, but you can use string as a data type. As a data type, you can use it. So when you write like this, string suppose s equal to, suppose hello. It means a string is hello is created. How the memory is allocated? The next question is how the memory is allocated in this particular case. So here, when you write string as equal to hello, so it means hello should be stored in some memory location. Hello should be stored in some memory location. So here, if you declare the string with the help of string class, and so here hello is stored. कहाँ पर होना चाहिए stored? Normally, if string is an object. If string act as an object, and all objects in Java are stored in heap area. Normally क्या है? Object Java को कोई भी आप create करते हो तो that is created in the heap, because heap is the runtime area and Java object is created at runtime. Fine. So hello string is a object, so hello is created in heap memory area. And in heap memory area, there is a sub area that is called as string constant pool. String constant pool. Okay, string constant pool. So when you declare the string with the help of a string class, actually, so string is created in the heap area, but in string constant pool area. Achha, here you can see that the name of this particular area is string constant pool. It means this constant, what this constant signifies. What this constant word signifies? Constant word signifies that if you create the string, you cannot modify it. If you create the string like this, you cannot modify it because it is stored in constant area. So you can say that if you create the string with the help of a string class, that string is immutable in nature. Immutable means which cannot be modified. This is the property, or how you can say that this is one restriction of a string class. So if you create the string with the help of a string class, so this string is immutable, which cannot change, immutable. Okay. So this is the one way of creating the string. The another way, by string literal. This property is called as, this method is called as string literal. The another way of creation of the string is by using the constructor. The second way is by using constructor. This is by using string literal. The second way is by using constructor. There is some problem in projector, I think, again. By using constructor. By using constructor. Okay. Constructor means you can use the string class constructor. So you create the string in this way. String s equal to new string and hello. Okay. String s equal to new string hello. So similarly here also string is created in string constant pool. Fine. And where actually this s is created? This s is created in, ये s कहाँ create होगा? कहाँ create होगा? If string is an object, so that is created in the heap area. So reference of that string object is created in, reference कहाँ हमने बताया था create होता है? Where the reference is created? रेफरेंस कहाँ क्रिएट होता है बताइए? रेफरेंस वेरिएबल बेसिकली टेक्स सम मेमोरी, विच पोर्शन ऑफ मेमोरी? रैम। एक्चुअली बेसिकली जितना भी ये सब रैम में हो रहा है, तो रैम के भी डिफरेंट पार्ट्स हैं। तो बेसिकली हीप एरिया में तो ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट हो रहा है, तो रेफरेंस वेरिएबल इज स्टोर्ड इन स्टैक। ओके, reference variable is stored in the stack and object is stored in heap. Okay, fine. ये हमेशा के लिए है. Reference variables are stored in stack portion and object is created in heap. If you compare this with C programming language, so how you can create the dynamic memory with the help of malloc and calloc, and malloc and calloc return a pointer. Basically malloc creates the dynamic memory, that is when you call the malloc function, means if you write malloc and if you write like this 4 multiplied by size of integer, what does it mean? It means 4 into 4 means 16 bytes continuous memory is allocated in which portion? Heap में ही create होती है dynamic memory. So 16 bytes continuous memory is allocated in the heap, and that address, that memory is referred by a integer pointer. Suppose this is a pointer p which referred to a memory of 16 bytes. So where actually this pointer is stored? This pointer is stored in the stack portion. You can map the logic. Okay, means the logic is similar here. S is the reference variable like pointer, and when you write new keyword, a dynamic memory is created in the heap area. Fine. Okay. Now come to the significance of immutable nature of string. What is the significance of immutable nature of string? So there are two ways to create a string. ये आपने देख लिया. अच्छा. Another way means another thing is that in the third way you can create the string with the help of using the character array. Using character array, you can also create the string. You can say that you can convert character array to string. How? Just declare a character array like this. If you declare the character array, the first word is suppose H, second word is E, L, and O. Suppose there are 5 characters hello, and if you would like to convert this character array into string, so you can convert character array into string like this. String S equal to new string, and you can pass character array as an argument. It means in this line, in the last line, you can see that it means you can call the constructor in this way also. It means there is a constructor which can take character array as an argument. Okay, so there is a constructor which can take character array as an argument. So you can create a string from the character array also. Okay, so now come to the immutable feature of a string. Suppose if I create the string s1 equal to hello. Okay, and again if I would like to create a string s2 after, means in the same program, if I would like to declare another string s2 is equal to hello also. So is it possible to declare it multiple times or not? कर सकते हैं? Okay. So what is the significance here is, if string s1 equal to hello, string s2 equal to hello, so how much time hello is created in the memory? 2 times is created होना चाहिए. 2 times should be created. It means when I write this particular line, so hello is created in the memory, means in the string constant pool. Now see the significance of this string class. If you create a string by string class like this, sorry, this is in a small letter, hello, and when you would like to again create another string which is referred by h2, because hello is an object actually, fine, string is an object. Now if you again creates hello, so what Java virtual machine will do, Java virtual machine search, it searches the string constant pool. It searches the string constant pool and check whether hello is already there or not, whether a particular string is already there in the memory or not. And if hello is already there in memory, so there is no need to create again. एक बार hello अगर मेमोरी में पड़ा हुआ है, जावा वर्चुअल मशीन सर्च करेगा और hello is already there, then there is no problem, there is no need to again create it. तो क्या होगा? Initially s1 is a reference variable which referred to this memory location. Now s2 refer to the same memory location. There is no need to create 2 times hello. So this is the advantage. 2 बार करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. If hello is already there, so there is no need to create it again. So s1 and s2 share the same memory location. How can you check it? कैसे पता चलेगा? तो there is a method hash code or hash. I'm not here. I just hash code and hash is a method. Just I check it. In the last one I have, okay, hash code. So hash code is a method. Hash code is the method. What hash code method will return means if you print s1 dot hash code, so it will return a hash code corresponding to this s1 variable. Means s1 actually, what s1 actually stores? S1 actually stores the address, because s1 is a reference variable and reference variable always stores the address. So if you put, means if you try to find out the actual address of your object, so you can write hash code. अच्छा, पॉइंटर में हम लोग क्या करते थे, एड्रेस ऑपरेटर होता था, यहाँ देयर इज अ हैश कोड मेथड. तो विद द हेल्प ऑफ h1 डॉट हैश कोड इट विल रिटर्न ए हेक्साडेसिमल वैल्यू of memory location. So if you run s1 dot hash code and s2 dot hash code, is both values should be same. Why both values should be same? Because both points to the same memory location. Okay. Now suppose if I take another example, suppose if I write string s1 equal to hello, fine, and there is a method s1 dot. So s1 dot, when I write s1 dot, it means I need to access the methods of string class, because s1 is the reference variable of string class. So there is a method concatenation method, string concatenation method, which is already defined in string class. So if I write this, it means hello concatenated with hello world. It means hello and world is concatenated, fine. Now, and suppose if I would like to print system dot out dot println, I just write in short form system dot out dot println, and if I would like to print s1, so what does it print? Hello, only hello or hello world? Hello world. Okay, So actually if it print hello world, it means, अब देखो अगर आपने S1 प्रिंट किया and if S1 print hello world, it means the main property of string, that is the property of immutability, breaches. ब्रीच होगी कि नहीं होगी भाई? हेलो को चेंज कर दिया आपने और हमने क्या कहा था, स्ट्रिंग इज इम्यूटेबल इन नेचर, यू कैन नॉट मॉडिफाई द स्ट्रिंग, बट एक्चुअली तो क्या कॉन्केटेनेशन ऑपरेशन एरर देगा? देयर इज अ कॉन्केटेनेशन ऑपरेशन इज देयर which is used to concatenate the string and string is immutable in nature. ये स्टेटमेंट है, लिखा रहेगा बुक में, आप देखोगे string is immutable in nature, immutable in nature. But when you write s dot concatenation operation, so basically if s1 print hello world, it means immutability property breaches. Immutability नहीं है. And suppose if s1 print hello, so what is the significance of concatenation? बताओ क्या हो सकता है इसमें? ओके सी, जब हम लोग मेमोरी को समझेंगे तभी इसको समझ में आएगा. जस्ट सी हाउ द मेमोरी इज एलोकेटेड. एक्चुअली when you write string s1 equal to hello, it means a memory is created in heap memory area and there is a sub area string constant pool, that is hello. So hello is created in string constant pool. When you write s1 dot concat operation, perform concatenation operation, so hello is concatenated with word and hello word is created. Hello word is created and hello word is created, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि इसी मेमोरी लोकेशन किसके आगे वर्ड ऐड हो जाएगा. Hello word is created and stored somewhere in string constant pool. Hello word is created, but actually that hello word is not stored here. Hello word is created, but hello word is stored in some another memory location of string constant pool. Fine. But when you print s1, s1 always refer to this hello only. S1 always refer to hello only. If you perform the concatenation operation, hello world is created, but you have not any reference variable for that in order to access hello world. कोई reference variable आपके पास नहीं है in order to get access of hello world. So how can you get the reference variable? क्या करें? इसके आगे अगर एक असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर लगा देते हैं और स्ट्रिंग क्या लिख दें? s2 suppose. So you will get the reference variable which points to this hello world, and now if you print s2, then you will print the hello world. Okay. Similarly, if I write in place of s2, if I write string s1 again, एरर देगा कि क्या होगा? एरर तो देने वाला कंसेप्ट इसमें तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना, नहीं देगा ना, तो प्रिंट कर देगा s1 अब की बार. हेलो वर्ड प्रिंट कर देगा, गायब हो जाएगा. हेलो का रेफरेंस अब आपके पास ओवरराइट हो चुका है ना, बिकॉज हेलो रेफरेंस इज हियर. बट इफ यू ओवरराइट द रेफरेंस, यू कैन ओवरराइट द रेफरेंस, यू कैन नॉट मॉडिफाई द कंटेंट, but you can change the reference. And now s1 refer to this hello world which is at different memory location. So don't be confused here. क्या आपको लग रहा नहीं hello तो change हो गया? hello वहीं का वहीं है. hello word is stored in some different memory location. Fine. So this is basically the idea behind string immutability feature. And you can see basically by doing the program, if I share my computer, NetBeans screen, I just share. So here, suppose S1 and S2 in this program, are you able to see it? दिख रहा है? So if you print S2 dot has code, and if I, font size कहाँ से चेंज होगा इसको? Is it okay? Okay. Suppose there are two strings, hello world, S1, S2, so you will be able to find out the hash code of S1 and S2. And suppose I just comment this and this line and uncomment this and this. So if I print S1 dot hash code and S2 dot hash code, and the hello world is same. In this way, it means S1 and S2. So here there are only two lines. S1 and string S1 equal to hello, string S2 is equal to hello, and if you print the S1 hash code and S2 hash code, and if you run the program, तो अब ये आपको दिख नहीं रहा होगा, हम बता दे रहे हैं. तो basically both are same. Okay. Here basically the hash code is same. S1 and S2 hash code is same in this particular case. And suppose if you perform S1 dot concatenation operation, S1 dot concatenate operation. What is the problem? You need to import string class. Method is not, देख लेते हैं. String import ऐसे आना तो नहीं चाहिए. Concatenate का मेथड क्या होता है? S1, if I write S1 dot concatenate, and suppose if I concatenate word, hello world, okay, and suppose if I would like to print S1, if I would like to print S1 here, so it will print only hello. Okay, if I print this, so hello is printed, only hello is printed. आउटपुट स्क्रीन बड़ा होने का नहीं होता क्या इसमें कोई ऑप्शन? Hello is printed. But suppose if you reinitialize it, S1 equal to S1 dot concatenate, S1 equal to S1 dot concatenate, then if you run the file, so hello world is printed. But here hello world is printed, but when you write S1 equal to S1 dot concatenate, so hash code of S1 now changed. If you run the program, you will be able to see that now the hash code of S1 is changed. Okay. So now this is basically the properties of immutability, and what is the benefit of it? Benefit of it is means with the help of a string class, if you create the string, basically as far as the memory is concerned, so string class is memory efficient. Why memory efficient? Because if when you create any string, so first Java Virtual Machine searches the particular string in string constant pool. If already string is there, there is no need to create that particular string. So अब इसके बाद there are certain methods are there. एक सेकंड रुक जाओ यार, आधी एक सेकंड. आवाज भी नहीं आती है। हाँ बताओ, आउटपुट दिखाएं। ओके, I just run the program. The output is hello world, and the first memory address is different from the second memory address. आपके में memory address अलग आ सकता है. In your mobile and in your laptop, the memory address may be different. May be different क्या? Different ही होगा. Because memory is random access memory. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो fixed memory लेगा, ठीक है? Memory address is different. नहीं तो S1 में असाइन कर रहे हैं इसको, तो S1 जो पहले हेलो को पॉइंट कर रहा था, अब वो S1 पॉइंट्स टू द हेलो वर्ल्ड, तो मेमोरी चेंज हो जाएगी ना, ठीक। ओके, नाउ I again share the screen. There are various methods of string class. Okay, there are various methods of string class, like actually you can find out the list from the website, like length of string is a method. Okay, substring is a method in order to find out the substring. Okay, there is a character at method. There is a method contains. Contains means if whether any string contains any set of characters or not. Okay, any sequence of characters or not. So basically you can see the list of, I am not going to discuss the list of methods. In means आप वो करके देखोगे खुद से, ठीक है? तो ये इसके लिए अलग से डिस्कस नहीं करना है एक मेथड. You can see the list of methods of string class from the internet and try to explore it. Fine. But here I only discuss what is the logic behind the string class. So basically Java string class is memory efficient. So conclusion is Java string class is memory efficient, as well as Java string means if you create the string with the help of Java string class, that string is immutable in nature. There are two features of a string class. Now suppose if you would like to create a string that should be modifiable, या that you can modify. अब आप कह रहे हो नहीं ऐसी सर string बनाते हैं जो modify की जा सके. Suppose if you would like to create the string that you can modify, so there are another class for that particular purpose. There are another class. There is one class that is a string buffer. Okay, string buffer class. Java string buffer. Java string buffer. There are two classes basically. One is Java string buffer and another class is Java string builder. So actually there are three classes. One is string class, another one is buffer, string buffer class, and third one is Java string builder class. Actually class name is this, string buffer and string builder. And if you create the string with the help of string buffer and string builder, both string is mutable in nature. Mutable in nature. Mutable in nature means now the string is not created in a string constant pool. It is created in the heap area. Fine. Okay. So this basically string buffer and string builder is a class. So if you would like to explore any class, तो आप कोई भी क्लास देखोगे इंटरनेट पे, कभी भी आपको यूज करनी है उसकी फंक्शनैलिटी को, फर्स्ट यू नीड टू सी द कंस्ट्रक्टर ऑफ क्लास. Means what types of parameter constructor can take. What types of parameter constructor can take. So just see the constructor of buffer class, string buffer and string builder class, and then with the help of constructor you can create the object. Okay. So here as far as just I am only discussing the string buffer class. So there are three types of constructor. One constructor is default constructor, like this string buffer. This is the first constructor. The second constructor is string buffer, which will take, which takes string as an argument, means string as, means this is first constructor, this is second parameterized constructor. String buffer, string as means you can create the string buffer class object with the help of this constructor. Okay, you need to pass the string as a parameter. And third, you can define the capacity of a string buffer class, integer capacity. Okay, string buffer integer capacity. So initial, I think by default capacity is, currently I'm not sure, I think 16 or something else, I'm not sure, but you can define the capacity of string buffer class. So basically here string buffer and string buffer string, these two classes are used to create the string. So generally we prefer this string buffer and string. How can I create the string? कैसे create करेंगे? I just tried. Simply just use the second constructor. Just use the second constructor and write string buffer s equal to new string buffer, and here as an argument you can pass hello, suppose, yeah, hello world, any string you can pass like that. And now when you create the string with the help of string buffer, now you can modify it. You can modify it, and in order to modify the string which is already created by the string buffer, there are certain methods are already defined in string buffer class. कुछ methods define किए गए हैं. With the help of that method you can modify the string. Okay, the method like insert, method like append and replace. Okay, replace. तो बेसिकली इस मेथड्स के नाम ही लग रहा है मॉडिफाई करने के लिए है. इंसर्ट, अपेंड, रिप्लेस. तो बेसिकली ऑल दिस फंक्शंस या ऑल दिस मेथड्स बेसिकली इज एबल टू मॉडिफाई द स्ट्रिंग. फाइन. ओके, so this is the added advantage of string buffer class, right? However, string class is memory efficient. It is not so memory efficient. ये आपका memory efficient उतना नहीं रहेगा क्योंकि यहाँ Java virtual machine search नहीं करेगी. अगर आप hello दोबारा create करोगे तो hello is again created in different memory location. Fine? Okay. Means if you write like this, string buffer s1 equal to new string buffer. So with in this particular case, the hello is created again, that is referred by s1, and you can modify it. So now if a string buffer class is there which is which creates the string which is immutable in nature, so what is the significance of another class? What is the requirement of another class like string builder class? तो एक class और क्यों बनाई गई? There is one more class, that is string builder. तो जो मेन डिफरेंस है वो हम बता दे रहे हैं, बाकी आप मेथड को एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं खुद से, मेथड और कंस्ट्रक्टर को. string buffer class, what is difference between string buffer and string builder? If you compare these two classes, so string buffer class is thread safe. Thread safe. ओके, अब वो क्वेश्चन उठ रहा है ये थ्रेड सेफ क्या होता है? व्हाट इज थ्रेड सेफ? तो थ्रेड सेफ बताते हैं. व्हाट इज थ्रेड सेफ? एक जनरल लाइफ का एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, उससे समझ में आ जाएगा. आई जस्ट टेक एन एग्जांपल, रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल. सपोज देयर इज अकाउंट दैट इज शेयर्ड अकाउंट को क्या बोलते हैं जो दो लोग कंबाइन कराते हैं? जॉइंट अकाउंट. ओके, सपोज देयर इज अ जॉइंट अकाउंट. There is a joint account of husband and wife. Fine. And now HW. Suppose at 5 क्या means at suppose 9 a.m. Husband would like to perform two operations over the account, joint account. The first operation is check balance. Check balance is the first operation. Suppose husband would like to do the operation like check balance. So if husband run the check balance method in order to get the balance of joint account, to suppose it will return 50,000 rupees at 9 a.m. Fine. Okay. And at the same time 9 a.m. wife would also like to check the balance. Okay. And it will return the same amount, 50,000. And suppose husband क्या है, फिर थोड़ा चाय पीने लगे और 5 a.m. पे husband perform another operation, that is withdraw operation. Withdraw 30,000 suppose, because balance is already there. But at the 9 and 5 a.m., 9.5 a.m., suppose wife at 9.2 means 9 or 2 minutes पे उन्होंने withdraw operation perform कर लिया. Suppose wife performs the operation, withdraw operation at 9.2 and withdraw the 30, withdraw suppose 25,000. Fine. So wife is able to withdraw the money, but at 9.5 a.m. his husband is able to withdraw money? No, because that is no sufficient amount is there in the account. Problem हुई अभी. तो अब ये तो प्रॉब्लम हो गया कि दोनों लोग एक साथ थोड़ा थोड़ा देर पे परफॉर्म कर रहे थे, तो उसने अवेलेबल बैलेंस देखा. थोड़ी देर बाद, ये तो 5 मिनट की बात कर रहे हैं, 1-2 सेकंड में भी चेंज हो सकता है. कभी कभी होता है ना, टिकट आपने देखा IRCTC पे और दिख रहा है 5, जब तक ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ वेटिंग लिस्ट में आ गया. अगर इस तरह हो IRCTC, एक बार मैंने देख लिया टिकट, तो जब तक हम पूरा परफॉर्म नहीं कर लेंगे, पैसा नहीं जमा कर देंगे, कोई दूसरा टिकट खरीद नहीं सकता उसको. नहीं समझ रहे हो? आपने लॉक कर दिया, ये टिकट लॉक अंटिल आई प्रोसेस द फीस. समझने की कोशिश करना. ऐसा तो नहीं होता है IRCTC में, लेकिन ऐसा होता कि मेरी थोड़ा सा स्पीड स्लो है, एक लॉक ऑपरेशन होता है, जस्ट पुट द लॉक ऑपरेशन इनेबल, ओके, एंड देन नो वन कैन परचेज दैट पर्टिकुलर टिकट अप टू सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ time. Okay, so actually in this case, if husband performs the lock operation on this check balance and withdraw, then wife is not able to withdraw the money until the husband performs its operation. जो सबसे पहले ऑपरेशन कर रहा है उसने लॉक लगा के रखा है कि जब तक हम कर नहीं लेंगे कोई दूसरा उस पर परफॉर्म नहीं कर सकता. तो हियर बेसिकली दिस husband operation is treated as a thread T1 and wife operation is treated as thread T2, and this thread means thread T1 and thread T2 performs operations simultaneously. So in that case, in order to establish the synchronization between thread T1 and thread T2, there is a concept of locking. Fine. So what is thread safe? Thread safe means if thread T1 performs the operation, so thread T1 puts a lock. Okay. Then at that particular time, thread 2 cannot access that. Means thread T1 अगर string को change कर रहा है तो thread T2 कुछ कर नहीं सकता है. तो इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस means if you do the multi-threading programming and if you would like to perform the thread synchronization, then you can prefer the string buffer class. And if there is no need of multi-threading, then you can use string builder class, because string builder class is not thread safe. String builder class is not thread safe. हालांकि इतना आप लोग थ्रेड नहीं करते, लगता है कोई भी यूज कर लें, जब एरर आएगी तो देखा जाएगा ना. नॉर्मली हम लोग ऐसे करते हैं, यूज कर लो, जब एरर होगी तब देखेंगे. व्हाई वी बेसिकली अवॉइड द एरर व्हिच जनरली डजंट अकर. ओके, बट एक्चुअली दिस इज द means difference between basic difference between string builder and string buffer class. So there are three class I have discussed: string class, string builder, and string buffer. Is there any confusion? You can ask question. Otherwise, basically this is the main concept of string class. Just you need to explore the methods and constructor of all three classes. जो assignment आपको मिली होगी इन्हीं classes के use करके आपके काम हो जाएंगे. Fine. So this is all about the string class. ठीक है. And if I think the concept is very easy here. The next the topic, that is the main property of object oriented programming language, that we will discuss in the next one in detail. That particular concept is Java inheritance. Okay, Java inheritance. And Java inheritance is the feature, yeah, inheritance is the features of object oriented programming language which does not occur in C programming language. Which does not occur in C programming language. Now the question is, और C प्रोग्रामिंग अपने आप में कंप्लीट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज लगती है, अभी तक आप लोगों ने सारे प्रोग्राम किए ही हैं, तो व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस हियर? व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस? So if anybody asks you a question, what is the main significance of inheritance? So the Java programmer should tell the main benefit of inheritance is code reusability. ये बहुत बड़ा term है, code reusability. Reusing the already existing code. But actually in C programming language there is also the code reusability is there. कैसे? Function. Because in basically if you would like to call already existing function, you need to just import the header file. Already header files are there. You need not to basically define the printf, scanf and all those functions. Basically you can directly call those functions which is already defined. So it means if you see the C++ type of language, so with the help of functions calling, you can already call the already existing code. You need not to write it again in your code. ऐसा लगता है कोड दोबारा लिखने की जरूरत पड़ती है? If you would like to call, means there are various header files are there. There are various header files are there. In header files, there are various functions are predefined. So you just need to include, means if you include stdio.h, what does it means? What is hash? Preprocessor directives. Fine. Include stdio.h means it tells the compiler कि just include the header file, means all the method of stdio.h header file. It means printf and scanf. अब ध्यान से समझिएगा जो हम कह रहे हैं ना code reusability. So when you compile the program and when you run the program, so actually when you write stdio.h and after that if you write the code in 5 lines, and suppose in stdio means the stdio.h is having suppose 100 lines, तो ये नहीं कहोगे कि आपका कोड 5 लाइन का है, क्या कहोगे 5 lines plus 100 lines, because 100 lines are already included in your program. So it means your code is of 105 lines. तो भले हम कह रहे हैं कि कोड रीयूज कर रहे हैं, एक्चुअली कोड को हम पूरा पूरा ले रहे हैं, दिख नहीं रहे हैं तो क्या हुआ, कोड आ तो रहा ही है पूरा, मींस 5 लाइन का कोड लगेगा, वो छोटा प्रोग्राम है, एक्चुअली वो छोटा प्रोग्राम नहीं होगा, इट विल टेक 105 lines of code because stdio.h is loaded into memory if you include stdio.h. Fine. However, you can say that this is code reusability, but actually this header lines is imported in your code directly. Fine. ऐसा नहीं है लिखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही, but in Java, in the case of inheritance, if certain amounts of suppose handle line code is there, उसी फंक्शनैलिटी की फीस की जरूरत पड़ रही है या उसकी कुछ फंक्शनैलिटी की जरूरत पड़ी, तो उस कोड को दोबारा लिखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, जो एक्स्ट्रा कोड है वो हमको लिखना पड़ेगा, तो वो हम देखेंगे कैसे कोड को रीयूज करना है बेसिकली, राइट. So we will see in the next lecture basically how code reusability is achieved in the case of Java with the help of Java inheritance, because in Java there is also the concept of importing classes. Fine, there is also the concept of importing classes like C. Basically in C programming we include stdio.h or conio.h, and there are another header files are already there, and in Java basically in order to call the methods you need to import the classes. भाई java.language को हमने import किया ना, scanner class के लिए क्या import करते हैं, java.util.scanner. So when you import the scanner class, it means you import all the method of scanner class. Fine. So you can say that this is code reusability. Fine. Actually reusability नहीं, वो तो पूरा पूरा कोड को हम यूज कर ले रहे हैं, कोड यूज, वो तो यूजबिलिटी कह सकते हैं. reusability means if, वो हम लोग आगे नेक्स्ट टाइम पे डिस्कस करेंगे, बेसिकली हाउ बेसिकली इनहेरिटेंस प्रोवाइड्स द कोड reusability feature, and this is very important features of object oriented programming, code reusability. Okay, so in the next time we will see how inheritance is used to achieve the code reusability feature. So just anyone can take this attendance sheet. इसमें बेटा आप लोग अपना नाम, सिग्नेचर, रोल नंबर लिख लो. ओके. Is there any question for students who are attending online lecture?
Sir, can you please explain threads again? That
Okay. So thank you. In the next turn we will discuss about the inheritance, Java inheritance.